Yeah. This is the old City Hall, City of Rochester. It's one of the more prominent buildings in town, and it's a classic example of Art Deco. And it's a magnificent building. It's still got the original light fixtures that are here. And there's a man by the name of Jeff Allman and Associates, who, when the city vacated this, and this was at risk of being a parking lot or a parking ramp, took it upon himself with some other investors to retrofit this into, I don't know if it's condominiums now, but it's apartments. And I ran into them a couple weeks ago when I was down here just kind of walking around, and they've got full occupancy, and it's turned out to be a great thing, not only for Jeff and his investors, but more particularly for the city, because this is just, I can't imagine tearing down something like this. And yet that was in the city's plans, to be honest with you. Somebody asked about the brick that's down here, and I was told by City Public Works that as these bricks pop out, they're going to take them out and just at least patch them for right now, but eventually this is all going to be brick. And so they're going to redo all this, but they wanted to wait until it was, as opposed to just patching a little bit here and a little bit there. Once all these bricks pop out, I don't know why they just don't take them out and do it, but that's what they're waiting for. So eventually that'll all be redone. I'm not going to stop in the throngs here, but the building next to this is the Stevens Building. And it was built in 1917. It's now the Dirty Bookstore. But it was occupied by China Hall, and those of you who've walked around downtown, you'll notice the china that's actually recessed into the building. And it's something that sometimes people don't even realize, but it's an interesting little artifact. Next to it is the City Cafe, that at one time was just one floor, and then they added a second floor, and that was built by a guy named Mr. Holland and Newt. It was Hollands Market, and a guy named Ernest Holland started that in 1907. And then his son Newton in 1930 took it over and had a restaurant, and they had when I was a kid growing up, they had a cafeteria downstairs and the exact same cafeteria upstairs. They made the best roast beef sandwiches you could get in town. And you know, important, you know, the mayor, everybody seemed to be in there having coffee and a donut. It was just kind of a central place where a lot of people gathered. And Newt Holland was really instrumental in this community with the art center, and really started the first art center. There's a bust of him somewhere with his glasses, and there's a little marker over there that commemorates his contribution to the community. So he was an important person in town. And then we'll go by right next to City Hall and Newt. There's another building where I think the City Market is in there now. That was the commercial club, and kind of the distinguishing feature there is this green tile roof. But it was really the start of the first Chamber of Commerce. That was the commercial club, and that's where they housed their offices. So we'll make our way down to the corner building, which is the old Massey building. Massey building. Here we go.